Welcome to Toxic City, where the heat rises and the truth bounds. Let's get right into it.
Hello, toxic people. Welcome to yet another episode of Toxicity. Our topic for today is money over morals. How far will people go for wealth? So, today we are going to be talking about that, by the way. And how has your week been?
My week has been great. Yeah, it was awesome.
My week was, like I said, it was stressful. I just finished my compulsory youth service, and it was a whole lot exhausting. I had to relocate to another state, and which I spent for almost a year, and I had to be traveling. At the period towards the end of the year, I was just going off and on about it. So it was a little bit stressful. Then I also got a training too, which I was doing in another state again. So I was actually shuffling the state, but I give glory to God. I'm finally done with my training.
So, my week has been good. I've been going to work, coming back home, relaxing, editing things for my podcast, my baby. So, yeah, that's what I've been up to. Doing two things at the same time. Building a dream and doing 9 to 5. So that's it. So back to our topic, money over morals. How far will people go? In a society where success is often equated with material wealth, the pursuit of money can sometimes overshadow ethical values. This raises critical questions about how far people are willing to go to achieve financial prosperity and at what costs. I have a story. So, a friend of mine was telling me about her cousin being an only child, and I was like, oh, that's nice, because they have like too much money. The girl stays in London, and her parents are well-to-do people in Nigeria. Her dad, actually, his name is No. Like, if you browse out his name, you know. So I was like, just one child. She said no, that it was not just one child, that there was a point where she had she had 9 siblings, that the father had 9 children, and they were dying 1 year at a time, 1 year at a time, 1 year at a time. That when the first child died, second child died, the third child knew he would die next year, the fourth child knew he would die next year. And how they die is not like easy death. One can just be on the road, a car will hit the child, he's dead. One can just sleep and say he has headache, he'll die. The other child, so that's how they die yearly. So when the father's mother died, she came back from the dead, according to what my friend was telling me. I don't know how true it is, and said that she's the one that's responsible for all the children's deaths, because she used the children to do money rituals for the man to continue having money. 9 children. I couldn't believe this. So at the time of the mother's death, they were remaining like 2 children. The next one died the next year, then the wife followed. Then after that, the father had to break the happy chains or whatever. So now the girl is left alone with her dad. So how far will people go for wealth? Do you have any stories to share?
Okay, so where will I start from? Okay, you see, when it comes to the society, when there's a wealthy man or someone has amassed certain wealth, nobody will ask where is the source of the wealth at that moment. Nobody cares how you make the money, just make the money, because the society has made it in such a way that if you are poor, nobody send your papa, nobody send you. But if you have money, you definitely, there's money. There's saying goes, money rules the world. So everybody will be at your beck and call. So I have like several stories, but maybe I'll give two. Starting with our youth today in the society. You see, for instance, we all go to school, right? The popular saying where everybody was saying school na scam, and even the song trended then. Yeah, you see, 2 friends who attend university, and they will both serve their country, and at the end of the day, they will settle for menial jobs. They won't be able to like do or cater for their family or like do certain stuff. So
Yeah.
they'll venture
Be
into
dependent on himself.
they'll venture into creating other alternatives to make money. So when along the line they will be separated. So they will see that their friend doing well all of a sudden. And you working your menial job, you'll be like doubting yourself whether is it that you came to this life to suffer? And nobody will see that at some point you were smarter than that your friend that has maybe ventured into fraud or one easier way to make money. Nobody will be praising you, and then they will just be praising him because he has money. So I have a story to tell. Yeah, I remember there was one time, that was when I was in my 200 level in Ghana, and I had this friend of mine. So, as I'm keeping it anonymous though, I'll say T. T had he had money. Yeah, he came to Ghana on his own to school. He had money. He was the first person that I'd seen that had like first person of my age grade that had like 50 million naira in his account balance. So you can imagine. And he was a student. He came. I was there shocked the day he said we should go and pay his fees, and his dad called him that what are you doing in Ghana? And like his father did not know he left the house. He came on his own to school. So I was like, he was like, he laughed over it, like called it a bluff, and we didn't talk much about it. He paid his fees and all that. I was always following him out to parties and everything. So one day I stopped myself. I was like, what do you do? He said, make I date you. What do you mean by that? He said, do I think that after this school I will get a tangible job, or do I think that after the 4 years, even if I have first class, then a connection
Sorry, let me cut you there. This same
damn.
thing happened to me.
So
Can you hear me? Hello.
yeah.
Sorry, let me just give you an example. This same thing happened to me too in my 100 level when we were writing our exams. One of my friends told me that I should be here reading book. That do I feel I'll get a job after this? Continue your story.
So when he told me that, I was like, I started thinking that could it be that I'm wasting my time in Ghana? Could it be that? So he was like, he even told me something too that bust my. He said that how many billionaires that I know that actually went to school or actually did stuff that at the end of the day he will employ me in his own company
Mad.
with all my certificates. So I didn't just stop there. I'm going to the actual topic. So one day we went out. He had these guys, they flown in from South Africa. We went to somewhere they call Osu in Ghana. We stayed at a service apartment for like 3 days. So the first day we went to club, they carried girls, like all type. That time, even you see girls that on a normal day you can't walk up to on the street, but because you have money, you have that influence. You can tell the bouncer, tell that they will come over, they will come
Money
to give.
stuff nonsense.
So the
I
girls
swear.
come like all of a sudden because of money, the girls have start catching feelings for you, like
Hey.
because of money. Girl, you can't just approach on a normal day, she will snub you. So first day reach, they kept on changing, second day changing different girls. So the third day I was just there because I was just there. Then now we're now having a conversation like say their babes they Nigeria say, but then they do all the alcohol. I was not like my T was not like why then they cheat on their babes now? They're not that T that is not making money. Even him that upon all his money he had that is not making money like that. I was not like wait, like what do they mean by that? I've just seen to me, then I called they laughed. One had to show his wallet balance and the kind of money I saw, I'll not say to put on his clothes. So that to me was like shocked that how does he have this kind of money? So then the guy was like that why does he think that no matter what the girlfriend does, they never break up with them and they are taking care of them, but they don't see their girlfriend. I was like, how do you mean? Was like that their girlfriend now, point is they have used them. You see, but the using, that's why I said they don't need them. Like girls don't know that they don't actually use you to run mad. It's not everybody that will use
My
you to run
God.
mad. They are the type that they will use you. You'll be living well. They will buy you the latest iPad, MacBook. You'll be flying you on trips, vacations. Your life will be. But the thing is, how it works is the girl cannot stay one place. She can't close her legs. She'll be sleeping with different men. As she's sleeping with different men, though she's still in a relationship and is aware she's cheating, but it's part of it. She'll be sleeping with different men. Each man she sleeps, that person's fortune comes back to the boyfriend. Each person she sleeps with, that person's fortune comes back as money to the boyfriend. So that's why he is not breaking up with her. He keeps spoiling her, but she keeps cheating. He knows that she's cheating because it's part of the opposite. When they said this thing, like I couldn't even talk for like some minutes. Like he told me that they told T that they went to Ibaba and they gave them something like before they sleep with their girlfriend, they put something like a band on their dick. So the girl doesn't know though. So each guy the girlfriends have sex with gives them money. So that particular guy now, the girlfriend will cheat on. You will see that particular guy's life is just becoming useless. It's becoming useless, but the boyfriend is wealthy and maxing well. So that should tell you like how cruel humans only care about you. Yeah, even these days now, the way the world is now, not like we hardly hear about it. Because when we're young, we hear about I want to make heaven
And we
know.
don't even,
Am I doing
the
this
thing
thing?
is, these things
Now we
happen and we
don't
don't
even care.
believe.
We feel like heaven is not even existing or hellfire is not existing anymore. Everybody wants to obey. Everybody wants to, like, the society has made it such a way that
Everybody
it's
wants
just money.
Jaye.
Yes,
Everybody
it's
wants
just
to be
money.
comfortable
If
before leaving
if
this
you- if
earth,
if
actually.
if you don't make the money, that's why somebody will say you go suffer for years, still no make heaven. Say you will choose one. So with the
I
pressure,
swear.
it's affecting everybody, businesses, everything. Now a young guy cannot get a pair of pants for even 50K, like good one, baggy pants. You are looking like
Like, do
150
you
to
get
200K.
a
And
pair of
how much
pants?
do they even pay
That's what I'm saying.
normal
All these
workers? So
our basic challenges we have in life all boils down to societal disorder. The society has been so, how will I put it? I'm trying to figure out the word to call it. The society has changed in so many ways that even to have a basic life self is not even cheap anymore.
I would say the society has turned a blind eye on
Yeah, because
the
even
normal.
living a simple life ain't cheap anymore. So many people are doing so many things just to stay comfortable, just to
Like
afford
I
basic
can
life.
even tell
And
you one, two childhood friends. They are both struggling together. No way. They have even worked in a pure water factory before. But the day that one summoned the courage to go and meet a baba that he wants to like floss up, the baba told him that they have used him. That is childhood friend that he sleeps with. They sleep on the same bed every night has used him, but he doesn't know. Like you see, we all see how boys use girls for ritual. It's always there. Every day, it's either it's on the news, he beheaded the girl, or he has cut
yeah,
her into
just look
pieces.
at. I
Some
think
now term,
I think
then at the end of the day, when it
we
gets to
also
the law enforcement, they will term it organ trafficking.
we also that story on social media now where that pastor used what is it called, a girl. He beheaded the girl so clean and neatly. Pastor
And
in
said
his
she
living
was
room.
cheating on him.
Yeah. So all those
So,
kind of stories
so that should
actually
tell you that how far people can go to make money.
desperate. Yeah. How
But
people are
that's the
desperate
truth.
for.
If you go back to your hometown, this boy is doing well, this boy, that is all what people care. My
Nobody
place,
wants to
like
know the source.
where we
Nobody
are
wants to
from,
know the source.
our
Yeah.
place, people don't care about wetin you dey do. Nah, shey you go grease their palm. Like, do you get what they will come and drink in your house? What they will come and they don't care your
Nobody
source.
really know your source
They
actually.
will
They just
just
want to
be
know.
frolicking around you because the
Okay,
money
this
is
person
there.
is comfortable. He's there. He's rosy. I think I can relate this to a story of where there's this certain man, he's into bunkering business actually, and when he has his money, he's always giving it people. He's always using the palms of so many people, both far and near. Churches, his homes are open to people. Like they always come, eat, drink, and everything. So the man had an issue with the authorities, EFCC to be precise, and everything. So when this issue happened, not one single person was even able to help him just to bail himself. I think the bail was for about 2 million naira or so, and because of they seized these properties and everything, he did not have the money at that time to bail himself because he was still in prison. So he was asking for financial assistance from people to help him bail himself, and there was no way for him to bail. So he stayed in prison for about 1 month just to source out for money to bail himself. And this is somebody that is always using the palms of people, both far and near. People that will come to just come and greet him, like he just give them envelope. People that will just come and send him later for financial assistance. He will always help them. But time of need, they were nowhere to be found. They didn't even want to even be associated with himself. That's it basically.
So
So
it's just the same
the
money.
and this kind of person now, this is what actually turns people into a wicked person, because with this kind of experience he has had or he had, he can come out tomorrow and he will never want to help anybody. He will just be for only himself and his family, and he want to do desperate things just to sustain himself, and or just not to go back to that past anymore.
See, generally the society is not fair to a poor man. They go tell you, poor man no get purpose for this world.
Society
If if
is not considerate
if
of any poor person
if
actually.
you don't actually learn a skill or have, that's why you see majority of the youths in our country are into sporty bets. If they are not into sporty bets, they are into fraud. The girls are into prostitution. Like those
Just
are
to
the
survive.
easiest way to make money.
Just to survive.
Now we
And
are
funny
having
enough,
the rise of
if you look into
Web3
all
now.
these things, the money they make is not even sufficient enough. It can just be little change, but all these things are just for them to put food on their table, or just to maintain a certain standard of living. It's not that it's a huge amount of money they make from it. Just for them to survive and put food on their table. That's just it. All because of the society.
So now we are
Uh,
blaming money, the love of money. Or what? Sorry, hold on. The topic is we are blaming money over morals on the society and not the person.
Yeah, not the person.
okay, should I tell you
Well,
something? You see, a child goes to school. Yeah, he's good. He's decent. They said everything boils down to home training, right?
yeah.
Yeah, a child a child cannot be maybe smoking, and he goes to school, he joins bad bears and he starts smoking. Now you can say it's bad parenting, it's bad. It's how it is now. If you are not doing fraud, if you are not doing G, you are playing bet. If you are not playing bet, you are doing Web3, or you are claiming you're a forex trader. So what I'll say is, I remember there was then I was in school, yeah, and my dad um he kept his NYC clothes for me. When he kept the clothes for me, he said I would use it to snap picture. So I came back. He would have thrown it away, but because of me, he kept it. So I came back that period, and there was no money. He was waiting for a salary in the house. So I went to the shop. I wanted to wear it. So when I chewed my leg, I thought it's that foam that is always inside shoe, but it was money. I choked. I saw bundle like with that bank stuff, that paper that they used to wrap money in one of them. I took my other leg. I saw another money bundle. So my mom dragged me. I ran and gave him the money in the parlor. He was surprised. Now, and with how he has have been counting money from small, what I'll tell you is, yeah, people go at far lengths to make this money, but how you can differentiate somebody that was raised properly is this: most people that do fraud, I'll say fraud, They have what they call using your intellect, using your skill, amassing different skills to get money, than not using your skill, rather deviating and trying to use maybe
Juju.
fetish means. Now, fetish means, I'm not a fan of juju, or I don't believe in all those things where boys say they bath soap and all those things. I just feel it's your mindset.
Yeah, like what you
It's
believe
your
works for
mindset.
you.
Like, yeah, because you can't tell me that the devil gives you and you are enjoying.
Now
You
these
went
days
to
I
his hospital.
believe. Oh. These
Because
days I
to
believe.
me,
It's what my eyes
to
have
me,
seen.
he's drawing what you are supposed to enjoy later now for you. And if you check well, children that are raised well, you see that some certain amount of money does not face them.
I don't
Watch.
feel it's
If a
based on
form
children that are raised. It's based on your consciousness, conscience, having a conscience
now,
and a clear
should
mind.
I tell you why? Should I tell you why? Oh, child, yes. Now both rich men, poor man picking they discuss, but
Yes,
yeah, but you see that if a poor person that will never even for entire life, he never come across even 1 million naira. If he cash out, he go know. But you see somebody that right from time he has been counting money for his, just ventured into fraud because he felt that he's demanding too much from his parents. Now, if he sees 1 million, he will comport himself because to that person that thing is not money.
This whole thing just
You
end
are,
up on being
yeah,
conscious of yourself and
yeah.
everything.
People.
That's what I'm just saying. This whole thing just bend on being self-conscious, being to avoiding a lot of pressures that come from fire and air because this whole thing just boiled down on it. That's it. I think our host is having issue with his speaker, so
so I'm going to be talking
organizer, do you
about
have anything to say?
traits and characteristics of individuals who prioritize money over morals. First one is greed, an insatiable desire for wealth, often at the expense of fairness or decency. Greed is what is killing our people today. If you hear all this,
Not just greed, envy too.
if you hear the news now, young people are dying even more than old ones.
Yeah.
What's happening? Greed. You hear they are going to do businesses that too risky, or they've put their hand in something that it's bad, or something that is not even humanly thinkable, and they died in the
Yeah.
process. It's greed. There was one time that, yeah, when I was young, I was hearing a story of when somebody died. They said it was what's the word? She her tummy or something. I don't know. They now said it was because of she was into prostitution and she used to take drugs to make herself sweeter.
Yeah.
That's the word. And that was what killed her. And I'm like, all this for money. You're going to sleep with men for money. And in order to make yourself sweeter
Yeah.
for the men that are still going to give you money, you're taking illegal drugs. It's crazy. Another one is rationalization. Excuses unethical behavior by justifying actions with statements like the ends justify the means. Nobody is going to know. Nobody associates with the rich. Your money, how you make your money doesn't matter. You're making excuses for what you're about to do, knowing that it's unethical, knowing that it's bad. You're just giving different excuses about it. So the third one is opportunism. You're seizing every opportunity. You don't know how to bake. You went to an event, you have a friend that bakes, and they tell you, we need somebody to bake us a cake for the presidential election inauguration or something. And you know the money is going to be big. You will not say, oh, my friend knows how to bake. You will go and meet your friend to bake you a cake. Because she's your friend, she will do discount for you. You will collect, let me say, 1M. Then you will go to that your friend, give her 100K. She will bake a fine cake for you. You will go and pose as your own. Opportunism, seizing every opportunity. You know you can't do it. Refer somebody that can. They say it's not only one car that is to form convoy. Carrying your friends
Actually.
along, or you are getting your bags together. If you travel alone, it's boring. If you travel with your friends, you're having fun. Carry your friends along so that when things are rough, you have people to, as he said, the man that was in prison. If he had good friends, he had carried good people along. When he had been in prison, he would have seen like 1,001 people who would be ready to bail him out. So seizing every chance for personal gain, even if it involves betraying trust or violating principles, it's bad. Another one is lack of empathy. Minimal concern for how actions affect others at all. You're not putting yourself in other people's shoes, especially our governments. They will give you money to build hospitals in a place where there's not even clean water.
Gimmick, yeah. You go and do a substandard item or for them, or you will not even build
It would
anything
not
at
even
all.
build anything. There's one TikTok challenge that I saw. They gave the contractor money to do road. Before the contractor left the office, 10 people had already put hand in a briefcase to collect money. Then when he went to the field, he saw only $1 in the briefcase. He took the $1, put carton on the floor, put flag, and did road finish because that's the only thing the $1 could do. It's lack of empathy. You're not thinking about the next person. You're not bothered. I watched a movie where they gave this man, it's not a movie, I think it was someone telling me a story of, they gave this man in a company money to build a house. So they told him that the house was for an orphanage or something, that he should build like a 10-bedroom duplex and everything. So he went to use substandard money, materials to build the house. The house even took him longer than usual. Do you get? So when he was done, they now told him that house is his retirement house. That is, they are going to do a retirement party for him, and that house is like a congratulatory gift to him. And he was sad. Imagine if he had done it to the best of his abilities. Imagine how much he would have been making from that house. But instead, he decided to go through the short routes. So, another trait is manipulativeness, skilled at deceiving and exploiting others to gain financial or material advantage. Manipulation. So, these are like traits of those who uphold morals over money. They don't have integrity, they don't have empathy, they don't even have long-term vision. Like the man that went to build house, even those that you give money to build hospital in rural areas, they won't do it. They don't know if one of their child might be sick and that will be the only hospital in the area for them to take their child to. No long-term vision to see that, oh, I need to do this because in the long run this will happen. They don't have courage, willing to resist financial temptation. They don't have the urge to be like, oh, this is not good. This is not proper. This shouldn't be done like this. Honesty. And people, if you check well, people that do this, they are not honest in one way at all. If they tell you it's morning, open the window to check if the sun is out because they might be lying. So those are like traits of people that uphold money more than morals. Then solutions to this include defining your core values, identifying your non-negotiable principles, your boundaries. For example, would I still be proud of this decision if it came public? If there was a CCTV camera in this building, will I be proud of what I'm doing? If people were watching, if Jesus comes today, that's the word. If Jesus comes today, will I be proud of what I am doing?
I want to cut here. I'm sure that people listening, even though they can't ask the question, they will love to ask this particular question. You're just talking about what you will do. We are all in the society. You haven't said how we deal with those pressures, even if you are working on yourself. It's pressures from the society and people around you that make you venture into stuff you wouldn't even want to do in the first place. Yeah, you can say it's about moral, yes. People go at length for money and some people too can't go at certain length for money. But it all boils down to how people cope with the pressure from the society, from home, from their friends and everything. So I would like to know how can someone deal
So,
with that.
how to deal with societal pressures for money over morals? First of all, define your own success. Don't put your success based on what you see on the internet. Develop a personal definition of success that align with your values rather than societal standards. My friend recently got an apartment and she bought a bed, that's success. She bought a fridge, that's success. Living on her own is success on its own. So she's not comparing herself to influencers that have a mansion and say, oh, but they have a mansion. She's taking her step. They said slow and steady wins the race. The faster it takes time to achieve your goals. That's the word. The people that you are seeing that are rich right now at your age, it took their parents time to achieve what their child is enjoying right now. So define your own success. Surround yourself with like-minded people. Build a support network of individuals who prioritize
morals and integrity over money. Sorry. You don't go and make yourself with girls that are doing runs or sleeping with men for money and expect that you will not be having thoughts of why can't I have this amount of money. It will be there. You don't go to be people are doing fraud, getting millions a day, and you're thinking, why am I still waiting for my daddy to send me allowance? You have the thought of, oh, I want to make money. Oh. See, my friend is driving the latest car. Why am I still here? Surround yourself. If you are staying with people that they are deciding on what they are going to do, start a business, your mindset will be to start a business and not to do fraud. Resist comparison. I think I've stated this earlier. Don't compare yourself to people on the internet. You don't even know what they are going through. That's just it. Most of these people that you're saying having money, you don't know that they sleep at night. They might be doing oblate today, tomorrow they are bathing naked in Ibadan. Is that the life you want to live? Comparison is the stealer of joy. That's what they say. Don't compare yourself. Be happy. Be contented with what you have. As I stated earlier, it's based on your upbringing. If you are contented with the 1 stick sweet your dad used to give you, and you used to go outside and see people with 10 and you don't used to do, can you give me one? You don't used to beg. You'll be contented with what you have as an adult. Stay rooted in your values. Use your core principles as a guide when faced with societal pressure to compromise. If you remember where you're coming from, will this decision reflect who I want to be in the long run? Will my father be proud of me? Will my father do this? Will my father have done that? Would it have taken this decision? If you know where you're coming from, in my family, we don't do fraud though. In your head, when you want to do it, you will think twice because you'll be scared that if my father find out, what will he say? And that one is focus on the bigger picture. If you do fraud today, do fraud tomorrow. What if you don't have clients the next day? How are you going to feed? Recognize that wealth is fleeting, but your character and legacy endures forever. Will people still trust you after they know that you do fraud? Will they invite you over to their house that, come, let's have a cup of tea, after knowing that this boy can, at the end of the day, dupe us of money? So these are things. Educate yourselves about ethical role models. If you look online, you see people that have started successful businesses, people that are doing well in their field. You can always make them your role models. Go and browse about their history, how they started. You will see it was based on consistency. So these are things that when you think about all these things, it will reduce societal pressure on you to get money and mistake your morals over it. Hope I answered your question.
Yes, you did.
Thank you. So another solution is encourage accountability. Personally seek feedback from trusted friends and colleagues about your decision making. I was saying about how my friend was annoying me and I had to take a day off to ask other people, explain the story in order not to make a rash decision. That's just how it is. Take personal feedbacks from other people that were present, people that know, that you admire. It could be your parents. Tell them, oh, this is what happened, this is what I did, does it sound right, did I do okay? Educate yourself on ethical practice. Research industry standards for fair practices. Even in the workplace, they have rules and regulations. Some people are doing shortcuts. They'll tell them you must wear your hard hat and safety shoes. They will go into the plant with track checkers or sneakers. they won't want to get the correct PPE. And if something happens now, they will not be able to take accountability of what they've done. So these are like solutions to morals over money and money over morals. If it's hard, we know, especially in our society today, 21st century, everybody wants money. Everybody wants money. I want money. But is it worth it at the long run? That should be our motto. Is it worth it at the long run? So, thank you guys for listening and tuning into our podcast.
Until next time, guys, remember, recognizing toxic patterns is the first step to creating healthier spaces for ourselves and those around us. Stay kind, take care. We'll see you on the next episode. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.